There's the current local history.
What we're trying to do is raise enough money to put this stamp mill back up here, which I'll show you where it's at. So if you can help with that sometime, it's a tax-free. We're
a park thing, or
yeah, this is really not our property, but we're on the board and stuff. This is Vane Mountain Gold property, gold mine property. I'll take you out here and show you one of the gold mines. We'll walk up here and I'll show you where it was at. What's he done? You probably know about a stamp mill, though.
Yeah, and I know they're famously they lose a lot of gold.
Mecklenburg Ironworks, 10 stamp mill. What this one was up here. We got her name on the list right down the road for one that was just like up here, but they want $10,000 for it.
So we need to raise $10,000.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Well, we've done raised. We've got somewhere towards 4,000 or something raised in the bank. For the whole foundation. The whole, the one that run this, now this thing run in the late 1800s up through the early 1900s. It burnt down. The railroad up here caught the woods on fire, and it burnt down in 1965. And then at that time, Vane Mountain Mining Company owned it, and they sold it to junkyard down here in Far City. They come in here and scratched it all. I wish there was another house there. It did get the iron out of it. Right there on that knoll, there was a cabin downstairs. I never did see the cabin, but part of the fireplace is still over the rock. Still over there. Yeah, it's a gold foundation.
Hang on a second.
Yep. Got the keys.
Here, I like. Hey, that's all.
Oh, there's strawberries there.
He can go if he wants. He want to go.
No, he's just got to run back and give Joe the keys.
He came with us the last couple times.
Yeah, he's been over here before.
Are they ripe? Not yet.
Look how small they are.
Yeah, they're wild strawberries.
Good morning, DB, Jack Gallman, the Bud Fowls. We're live, Mr. Doug.
Well, I barely am.
No vertical.
81 years old, March the 6th. That's the reason I ride a whole lot. My legs and feet and stuff wore out. I wore them out of mining and gold mining and construction work. Here comes this.
Here comes the boss lady herself.
Yeah.
Hello.
He's taking a luxurious method. Go.
Here's Miss Liz. We're live.
I just come to see what I can learn.
There we go.
You know all I know.
Looks like there's a little road right there.
There was no trail where they show you. They had a walkway. Now, Mr. Watkins, which he's dead, man, he's the first one that brought me over here. That's before we ever moved down here and bought that place.
Welcome, Grasshopper Cruise. I'm talking to the people watching. Some of the guys that were down here digging over the past week joined us on the live.
The trail comes from the cabin right over yonder, come right around, and come here. Because there's a pile of bricks right over there. Yeah, they must have had a walkway. Watson told me that trail come right around and come right in here. Right here is stamp mill. The foundation. I had a sign right here and it finally James don't remember that time. I've got him making 2 more for you. Right here is where the steam engine was. Right here is where the boiler was. They told me that stack right here. Yeah, yeah. They made steam to run this steam engine. Yeah. Right here was one of the corners, and there was another foundation. And right here was the corner foundation. That was a pretty big quarter, but then for the years it got full apart.
And these two here, this is where the main weight of the stent mill sat on these two foundations.
Now this was the steam mill.
Oh, that was the steam.
The stamp mill, the way they run it, the stamp mill, the pulley run straight. I've got here with a whole lot of air than you did now. But there's a big old flat belt right through here. I'll show you. Thing to just keep rocking and falling away.
You got some timbers down here.
You see them boards right there? At one time, them boards, that ground was over them right there. We dug them out at one time.
Okay.
That was board. That was the side of this mill. And they was see this right here was post that held up trestle. See, right up there was another land.
Yeah.
On top of there's a big level. That's
Yeah.
where they brought the ore in out of the mine. And they brought it out of here. And they dumped it.
Yeah.
And
Come here, Harvey. You see this? Stop
Okay.
screwing around with your stupid machete and come here and learn something. So look, the gold mill sat here.
Yeah.
All right. But look at the shape of the land.
Yeah.
Right? The top is flat.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You got a trail
there's
coming
big
down.
flat area, but that's where they come with the ore.
So the guys would bring the ore up
Yeah.
here,
And back it out on a truss.
and then there'd be a setup where, like a rail setup or whatever, where they could dump into the mill itself. And so it was dumped from there.
So right here's one of the posts that didn't burn. And they was bolts in this right here. These right here, that's the reason I wouldn't let nobody never move these.
Mm-hmm.
They sat right up there. See that over there? That was another, they was posts
Yeah.
to help this trussel up to come out here. But the stamp mill itself set right back in here, the anvil and everything.
Yeah.
And the pulley, if you go over and line up, the pulley set right on the outside of this wall right there.
Okay.
It set out there.
Yeah.
in
No, I
line
see that. Yeah.
before the pulley on the thing set.
Yeah.
You
Run the stamps.
run the steaming.
Wow.
All this was a floor, shed, and everything.
Yeah.
according to what they told me. But that's what we're wanting, to raise money. Well, the first thing is to raise money to put that 10 stamp back here. And I done talked to some steam engine people. They said there's some steam engines sitting around, said they would probably, we could put it here and put it just back like it looked. It might be hard to get one of them running. We'd have to redo that boiler. I keep saying I'm gonna come in here with a little hole. We're gonna do
Flatten it back out level.
and move all these bricks, put them on a pallet and stuff, take and set them somewhere. These trees right here are gonna have to come down.
Yeah. If you do that, I'd get in here with a metal detector every time I move. Because you're gonna find some real pieces of history when you do that.
Oh yeah,
You know,
put them
stuff
up.
you could
We
look up in
already,
the museum.
I've got a bunch of pieces.
Mhm.
I've got a piece of the old stamp cam that they must have broke it. We found in here.
Mhm.
You know how the cam mate that picked up the
Yeah, drop it.
stamp.
Yep.
We've got some of them bolts, old pieces of shovel. We
First load of dirt I got from him had a core sample in it.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I still have it.
That's out of the river, right?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, we found all kinds of stuff. But we wanted to get in here. You can kind of tell, they was a corner right over there. And there's a center corner right there. And see that little pile of rock right there?
Yeah.
That was the corner of the building.
Mm-hmm.
The building come out right there, come into a corner right here
Yeah.
and turned and went to that.
Yeah, clearly.
There's a center.
Would have been like the little, there would have been an office or tool shed or something like that attached to the mill right there.
There was a shed right over.
Yeah.
And it was all on the floor.
Yeah.
The floor.
Stay tuned. We're gonna go check out one of the mines.
Our figure, see where them corners is there?
Mhm.
They was probably like a 3x8, maybe a 4x8, sitting on that. And that's what the floor set on.
Okay.
That's what we was gonna level off with.
Mhm.
That corner over there.
Oh, you might be surprised. You might want to dig down a little bit on the side just to double check.
Yeah,
There might be another lip. I mean, that's 100, we got 150 years worth of leaves sitting underneath our
Yeah.
feet right now, so. That's amazing. So with this stamp mill, what do they do with the product? Did they run it across did they have an amalgam table or?
And this was all done with a mount.
Okay, that would explain why there's so much amalgam in the creeks here now.
Yeah.
Well, that's also natural.
It run across.
There's
them
both.
creeks. It run down this branch and kind of got in the river
Uh-huh.
and went down there and bland. You already seen the mercury go.
Oh.
When I dug them ponds up down there for
Yeah.
gravel,
Mhm.
and I had them catches too. When I
Don't eat
dug
the
them
fish.
pond, I got gold out of them, but
Oh, my God.
every bit of it was covered with mercury.
Wow.
It was kind of fine gold.
Yeah.
And we finally tracked it back, and it come from right here.
Right here. Wow.
It's
What a sin. Back then, they didn't realize they were sinning, but today
Yeah.
we do know.
oh yeah.
They knew it was a quick and easy way of catching the gold.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Doug, now that you're here, what is the gray powdery stuff that's heavier than the black sands when we're panning the stuff from here? That's the platinum metals?
It's very rare. Yeah, we've traced it. We've got platinum out of
So that's what the gray stuff
area
is.
around here. It's in the river. And
He was laying on the
now,
ground.
not all of it's platinum. The real heavy, about 8 to 8.5. There's one of them. It's
Palladium, iridium, osmium,
It's,
rhodium.
It's the radioactive one.
yeah, it's
Iridium.
radioactive.
The
Iridium.
zirconium
No. Zirconium's it.
or zircon?
No.
Monazite. The yellowish look, if you look in on a microscope, if you walk in a lab, which we did a whole lot, the yellowish part of it, it looks like yellow gold, but it's crystal looking.
Mm-hmm.
That's monazite.
Okay.
And the silvery looking, that's about 8 to 8.5. It's 8. And it's got different numbers, but it's zircon.
Zircon. It is the zircon.
That's white.
Yep, the white zircon, and then the silver stuff is
If
the
you
platinum.
Go on and get a little heavier than that, which we got some here, and we got some out of Muddy Creek over
Yep.
there, where the mining over there is. But it, like I said, it's very rare. We did get some platinum.
Yep.
Now it's up there. The gravity on it, nearly 20.
Mm.
It's more than 19. It's a
Yeah.
little bit more than 19.
Yeah.
That's where we got some out of Second Broad River here.
Yep.
When we was doing sampling and checking, and we got some out of up in there from Muddy Creek. The creek goes up through there and hits High Shoal Creek. If you check High Shoal Creek over
Okay.
which we don't own. We had it leased at one time.
Yeah.
That got, there's a place in there that's really mineralized.
Now, is that the one that feeds into Silver Creek, or was that a different one that you were telling me about?
It feeds into Muddy Creek,
Okay, it feeds into Muddy Creek.
South Muddy Creek. and it runs over there just about north for a while, and then it kind of turns east. And it goes in Broad River back up above Morgan in there.
Okay.
But there's a place up there that's mineralized. That's a mineralized. They is a circle that is solid black.
Wow.
You can tell it's come up right there.
Uh-huh.
And that right below it, where all this really mineralized spot is, that's where we got some flat.
Yeah.
We got everything.
Black,
Yeah.
black rock.
We've done assays and stuff on that. We got gold, silver, nickel, platinum.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
There
into,
was everything.
you're into
In
ultramafic
that-
rocks there. Yeah.
Assay.
Yeah.
We've done that.
When I worked back, I was down in South America, and I worked in Ecuador, on the west coast of South America, right on the border with Colombia. So danger, you know,
Oh, yeah,
park and everything like that.
dangerous place.
And, but we were on the Rio Santiago, and that is the first place that the Spanish discovered platinum ever.
Yeah.
You know, nobody knew about platinum until they found it there. And it was funny because the rest of the world, they're like, well, what's this metal? You know, like, what value? Silver was more valuable than platinum at the time. But to this day, when you pan there, I use a botella. It's round. It's like a wok.
Uh-huh.
And you just get it in the water, and you just keep going like this until there's nothing left. And you look in the bottom, and you see yellow, white. And you get both of those
Real heavy.
metals together. It's real heavy. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Doug, you got a hello from Mr. Gold Painted Dutchy Jacko all the way in Amsterdam.
From Amsterdam.
Hello.
Hey, Jacko.
I'm glad you're looking at me today.
We're glad too.
We're a lot warmer than you are right now, Dutchy.
Oh, yeah,
And Travis just joined. Our other friend from Canada that was supposed to be here. He'll be here next year.
Yeah.
He's looking forward to meeting you too.
Travis,
so.
I got a gift pack in the back of my truck for you.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. So then the tails from the stamp mill just went straight in the creek.
Yeah. I figured Watkins down, he told me back when he was a young boy, he played when they wasn't running this stamp mill. He played in this stamp mill, and he's the one that could tell me. He said, the best I can tell you, I said, how at the process, he said, he pointed over in here. He said they had some big old copper plates
Mm-hmm.
that was like a bowl.
Yep.
He said they was like a pan, and said they rocked.
Okay.
I don't know.
That might have been where they had the mercury in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would paint them big old bowls.
Yeah.
I think he said they had 3 of them.
Yep.
In here somewhere.
Yep.
And they had them fixed. All of this action here, it made them rock a little, like sanding.
Mhm.
He said, I can remember. It made them rock a little, and the light. See, this beat it into things.
Sure.
I mean, fine things.
Mm-hmm.
And then this come in here, and it went over these bowls.
Yep. The
He said they
agitation
were
would have.
big. They was like 3-4 foot
Yeah.
big, and they worked through each other
Uh-huh.
some way.
So it comes into
I'd
contact
have loved-
with the
That's the
mercury.
reason I said I hate to see. I wish this place still was standing.
Yeah.
The railroad right there. I remember several men around here. They weren't fighting this far. They caught the brakes, caught the wood mountains here on fire,
Yes.
and it come through here and it got in here.
Mm.
And Mr. Watkins told me it burnt this down in 1955.
Okay.
And he said it sat here for several years, just an old big pile of steel.
Mm.
And Collins Metal, Far City, contacted Bay Mountain Mining Company, which owned it.
Mhm.
And they bought all this junk, come in here, scrap the boiler, scrap the steam engine,
Made a fortune off the copper.
and this copper. Everything is in here.
Yeah.
They scrapped it.
Wow.
But this is real way back history that
Mhm.
needs to be preserved.
Absolutely.
And we set in a goal, me and Liz, Raina, And my granddaughter, Brooke, she's on the board of the Gold Foundation. It's a gold. There was a timber company, Tim Sweeney, was selling all of this. And I kept on, I bugged him to have a meeting with. And I brought him over here and showed you. I said, this needs to be preserved. So he finally said, it really does.
Yep.
History.
Yep.
And well, we finally talked in the Gold Foundation, finally talked him in. And I've got a map of what he let us have over here.
Okay. So you parceled out a bit of land.
12.6 or something like that. It takes in this stamp mill. I'm going to take you up here to number 4 shaft of the mine. And all of this landing up here. And I've got drawings. I've drawn what Watkins told me how this was. I'll tell you another interesting thing about this. Back in them days, they didn't have no dump trucks. They didn't have all they could do with their hands. They had mules. They made ore carts that was on wheels, and they made a track out of wood that come out over here and into this hopper. That fed this, and they come out here, and the way they unloaded them, the ore wagon had like 8 to 10 inch thick boards on them. And on each side, they had a handle on. They were back at with mules and horses is what they brought this down here. Out of them only mines that's in here. They would start at the back of the wagon and they'd turn a board over. They turn a board over, take it back. All that gravel that right out of the mine, it fell right into this hopper, right through the wagon. And when that's how they unloaded. Didn't have to shovel it. No, that was a neat thing that I've got draws how it needs to be built back.
I'll bet you $1 if you dug in the side of that hill down about 8 inches. And then you took a grab sample of what was in there and sent it off for fire acid. You'd be getting half an ounce per ton all day.
That's why all these, like that right there. All of this, they lost. All of this come out of the mine.
Yeah. That's amazing.
But that's the way it was.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Guys wouldn't worry about it. And you know, like when you get to the point where the mine's going to close down, that's when you send a team of guys. All right, guys, go clean up the bank. You know, and
there's a pile of gold right there. You just got to crush it.
Oh, there's gold in it. We've done some of our club member stuff. I've let them come over here and pick out some of this stuff and take and break it up, crush it up.
Mr. Dushok crushed some, didn't he?
Huh?
James Dushok?
Yeah, James just shot. James been over here. Well, some of them, the boys is dead. That done this. The old club members.
Yeah, you can see how they cut. You know, they cut away the bank.
Yeah.
Imagine the trees weren't here.
Here to build.
They cut in here to build.
To build
And then they would have cut that back. The minimum amount they needed. You eroded a bit since then, but
there was probably a big old timber. See on that cut out right there? There was a big timber there that they set.
Probably
post to hold that trussel up and weight that they had to back out on it.
I love this stuff.
Yeah.
We sure appreciate you telling us the story, Mr. Doug.
Absolutely.
This is my 5th time hearing it, and I like it.
I mean,
it don't matter.
You learn something new every time too.
Yeah. My mind don't work like it used to. It was a little over 30 years ago when Mr. Watkins brought me here the first time. He said, they stamp mill right back up now, but his was all grown up. See, I took on my own and I cleaned this road up and cleaned up some down here and down there, cleaned up around where the old cabin was. The fella, what Watkins told me, he said he lived down there in the cabin. He's the one that run this stamp mill for Same Mountain Mine. No, we didn't know that. And it back the first time I ever seen it, This was better than it is now.
Okay.
They many snakes in here. This was a better footing. That footing right there is still good. They tumbled the rocks off. That one, that corner one right there is still pretty good.
Mhm.
We come over here, me and Dougie, and we shot some of this stuff and measured it and put it down on. They were one right about in the middle, right there. That was more. You could tell that was it. You could tell that and that it turned back and then going on. You know, somebody's been in here. I told them I didn't want nobody digging up here.
Why would you dig when you need the boiler? You might find some coal.
Yeah.
They figured that's where to go.
We've got it all down. It can be, you know, like everything, it takes money.
Time and money. Something we're all running out of.
I started 10 years ago trying to raise money and trying to get stuff. I wanted to buy that stamp mill down there. She said she'd sell it to us. No.
It's gotta cost you a mint just to ship it up.
Huh?
Gotta cost you a mint just to ship it up here.
Oh, we'll move it.
Yeah.
I think that well. I'll move it up here for nothing. We'll have to set it over yonder before we get this built back.
I love this, the history, you know. I remember this one time years and years ago, I was working way up north in Ontario, Canada. And I was walking through the bush and there's a little lake. It was maybe a half-mile long lake by a quarter mile. But, you know, I was walking along the clean line and all these orange ahead of me through the east. And I thought, this isn't
There's gold in that creek.
I've been a geologist here in at least 3 years. Like, why am I seeing? Because we use the orange flagging tape, you know, when we small samples. So I kept going. I kept working around and prospecting. And
We'll be heading over to the mine here shortly.
I walked in, and there was a clearing. It had a few little trees in there, but there was a rectangular hump in the ground. Across this corner. And there were tiger lilies all along the trail. Tiger lilies don't grow there unless you put them. They grow well, but they're not. And that was an original settler's cabin from Northern Ontario. And I just sat down on the corner and that little fellow's down there. Figured it was you know, that beautiful lake right in front of us.
Thanks for watching, Marcy.
Yeah, I love the history. I hope we can keep plugging along. I hope, I've always hoped in my life now that I could get this back, put back somewhere close to what it was. I got production mine.
We're going to the high production zone. Going over to the high production mine.
And that was a good one for me. Yeah. Number 4 guy.
How you doing? You know, this is Rippy here. They're real killers. They're real killers. You know, just walk by, you didn't even pick your Rip, huh?
$30 dollars.
Listen, look at this one where he told his girlfriend's name.
Where's the chica? Where's the chica? Is that a chica over there? Where? You see her? Where's the chica?
Say hi, Miss Liz. You're live.
Hey, how are you?
We're good. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm enjoying this
Reach right in
beautiful
there.
day.
How you been?
So I seen the new video of you out there on the internet.
Everywhere I go, they stick a camera.
Whoa. We got to keep the knowledge you got. All right, I'll meet you down here.
Get out of the way. Come on, get out of the way. They're gonna go.
All right, we are heading down to the crossover point. We're going to check out shaft number 4, which is one of the largest gold producing shafts in Vein Mountain history. More gold than I could carry, I'll tell you that. It's a beautiful 85 degrees. I'm sweating. Hiking.
That's the rotting stick. The time it becomes dangerous is if you disturb that.
Yes.
And then you can kind of break it free.
Yeah.
And set it going again. But like we picked that up in Ontario.
Oh, I definitely could find a way.
Yeah. You pick that up. Bring it in water. Start coming out, around.
All right, I'm almost to the sign for the next part of the tour here. Joe is panning all the gold we got yesterday, dredging.
The local Indian tribe, that's the Latin Gilman. They're all about giving money, the whole time. He's king.
Oh, I'm definitely smiling. I love this stuff.
Like, he came in my office one day and said, he says, "Bill Davis, I live the Mercury thing just took." He came saying it's because of that. He says, "Is there Mercury in this?"
Now we're heading to the Nichols mine.
Prove it. I'm like, "Yeah, prove it."
I'm warm.
And I pulled up every single asset.
If you want to come on this tour, just come down to the Lucky Strike Golden Gem Mine in Marion, North Carolina. Hit up Mr. Doug and he'll take you. It's better in person, I'll tell you.
Right here, last time they took it down, they're redoing what we have done, right? Okay. That's a picture of
I'm jumping in with Miss Liz. I hitchhike with Miss Liz every time I'm at the campground.
They put some big rocks kind of close in the road to keep the.
People from driving up in here.
It's trying to be people drive up and then get stuck, man. I'm pulling out. My truck is avoid that.
We got some amazing gold down in Cracketown. Where Joe got that lock. If there's a padlock down there, that
Did you show
means.
Doug that?
Yep, he was giggling. He said, "Well, if that's there, nobody's dug there."
There's a few rocks out here. Okay, we have to leave this open for the fire department to get through it.
In case there's another forest fire.
Mhm. Just big enough for their vehicle to make it through.
We got people from Canada, Amsterdam, and all over the U.S. watching.
Red ball or something over there.
Going ATV in. All right, here you go. So it's full of water, so we can't walk in. But if I had my flashlight, you could see it goes back quite a ways. Miss Liz, everybody from Canada and Amsterdam says hello. And thanks for giving me a ride. This is the Nichols mine. All right. Yeah. Mr. Doug rides around in style.
Sit down.
He couldn't hold no more. He couldn't make it back over, so he had to.
I tell all about what I know about this when they all get up there.
Yeah.
I mean,
The chubby one's dragging behind, but he didn't catch a ride. Are we going up to the top? Nah.
Well, you if you want to.
No, that's a long walk. I did that once.
I'm not doing that.
Not doing well today?
Yeah, so getting dizzy.
It's hot.
2.5 weeks ago, I probably wasn't on it, but I had a bad spell.
And at it.
All right. Check out this, Jim.
And at it.
That right there
Uh-huh.
is number 4 shag for the Nichols gold mine. There was a family come in here in 1800. Their last name was Nichols.
Okay.
And they had 4. They got 4 mines in here. This was number 4 shag.
Okay.
The number 1 shag, which was a higher producer, you have to go up. Well, it's kind of a hollow there, but they built a railroad field. You have to go across the railroad, and there's an old forest road. I tell him, if you just want to go there, I can't make it today. And you cross the railroad, go up that Far Line Road, and go right around to the next holler on the other side of the railroad. If you go up there, you'll come into a bigger mine than this, a big mine.
So are they connected inside?
No, not as I know of. Now, this one goes a long way.
I bet you they are. I bet you inside
I've
they're
had-
connected. You can
I've
get
had
up from
people
others.
to go into this mine.
Mhm.
And I've got 2 films of the
Mhm.
inside of this mine way back in there.
Mhm.
It's flooded out. What happened to this mine? Why they stopped it? They said it flooded on them.
Okay.
Watkins told me, now it might have been a story. He said when he was a kid, this mine right here flooded and it killed. They had slave mines.
Yeah.
It killed 3 slaves. This was the story that he was told.
No.
There was 3 slaves that never come out of this mine. He said for most of his life, it don't run out the front. The water run out the front of this mine and run right down through there and run out.
Mhm.
And the first time I ever seen it, the water was higher than it. If you walk right there and shine a flash,
Yeah, I'll take
the
a look.
water is right there.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right there now. But that's the story. And Liz done some history on this, and she did find some history on the Nichols gold mine that was here back in the 1800s, and there was a lot of gold. There was more gold according to the history she could find in the number 1 shaft. It's over yonder. There's 4 of these shafts.
A higher grade zone.
Huh?
A higher grade zone in the mineralization.
See, this goes up.
Mhm.
And I think the way they found it, if you go right around there and look, there's a hydraulic wash right up there on top of this.
Uh-huh.
If you look right back in there, all
Yeah,
of that
yeah,
was
yeah,
washed out of here.
Yeah, I could see the contour. Like it's
If you go right
Yeah.
around, we've got a trail
I
around. This trail goes 3 miles if you go.
Yeah, it's a hike, Jim.
It's a hike,
Yeah.
It's a hike.
No, I can tell just looking at the topography that it's, yeah, this has been hydraulic. And they must have washed down to the bedrock and they found the vein and then they added it in.
Miners
drifted
in
it on the
Robeson County. This is another. You can go look it up.
Mhm.
The miners in Robeson County, and I don't remember what year it was, took the miners up here to court in Robeson County because they was putting so much stuff in the river and it flooded them out down there. And the farmers won over the miners and they outlawed hydraulics. That's what stopped. They was going to wash all these mountains down because they could get enough money to wash.
Yeah.
These veins all in these mountains.
Yeah.
There's 40 some veins.
There's 43.
43.
The geologist, this is a geologist report. If you start up yonder, above the bridge that you don't cross when you come down here, and come down to that rock crossing right down there, which is around a quarter of a mile, laser report. They come in here trying to figure out where this gold was. And he told me, and I've got it somewhere, what year that was. But they studied hard then, geology, like you to come down here and find the gold. And they, in the Second Broad River, they found 43 veins from that rock outcropping a quarter of a mile right there. And they're crossing about between 10 and 15 degrees northeast, which is
Big sheeted
kind
vein.
of like that.
We call that a sheeted vein system.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just, nowadays they've turned that into one great big open pit.
Oh, yeah, take it all.
And take it all. Yeah. That's it.
It's a wonder.
Yeah.
They've been big companies come in here and look. Nerex out of Canada. And
Yeah.
Nerex done some mining over here on Money Creek, but they was in there with a plant. They was doing plasters. They had a field, found a field over there that they set up a pretty big plasters there and run it plaster.
Yeah.
Did DuPont also mine up there?
I'm not
DuPont?
familiar with it.
DuPont?
Did they do any mining up there? DuPont? Company DuPont?
I don't remember no DuPont. They
Okay.
was Nerex.
DuPont, I know, is
And,
explosive. Why don't you sit here and learn? Okay.
I know that other company's name. They was out of Minneapolis. But I can't remember their name now. But they was a big company too. They mined
Joe
that's
has it.
over in yonder on Colin from.
Wait, maybe Jordan? Yeah, I
Yeah.
give him to Joe.
Joe's got the camper keys.
I'm gonna go pass you here, Jericho, and you'll take a look at that.
Yeah, get a look at.
So I think one of these nights, Mr. Doug, you and I should sit around nice, comfortable chairs and go over the story instead of walking and hiking, and we'll set up the cameras
That'd be
and
good.
video it.
There'll be a day you won't do it. But I love it. I've loved my life down through the years I've messed with this. I ain't got no flashlight on here in my pickup. I could give you a flashlight. I ain't got one on with me.
It goes back
You
a
might-
long.
You might take it.
later.
Your camera got a light on it. Sometimes these cameras has got a light on it. If he's wanting to see back through there.
He's seeing if there's airflow,
Oh,
air draw by holding the lighter up.
There's airflow coming down there. I had Mo. Well, he wanted to do it, but Mo and Eddie, that's two brothers, which he's older than I am. He's got any more, but they come in here and made a film with it. Sometimes if you set it up and let me know and let me find that film and put it in.
I have
Put it
I have a
down.
copy of the film.
Oh, do you?
I have a digital
Already?
copy. We converted it to a digital copy
Okay, so you've got a copy of that film with that mine to
Yep.
the back?
where you can see the where the candle, the lantern, where
Yeah.
the body
Where they
is.
sit in there?
You can see it.
I think it, and I tell the story that I heard about the 3 slave miners.
Yep.
They got drowned in there and never did come out because once they said they, I don't know, done something into the back of it. Oh, once there was a wall of water. Said it come from out the front.
Ben, one of the higher,
Mr. Watkins said he come up here, a little bit higher, and he said it was. He said it was a big branch coming out of that hole right there and going down, running into the creek.
yeah. So when we watched the video, you could tell they were climbing, and there was a high point of a higher elevation where the one skeleton was next to the lantern, and he had went up and just waited it out and passed away.
Yeah. Well, what about that?
Staying by the light. Got his last moments with light. Mr. Travis, our buddy Travis, 403 prospector, he owns a claim up in BC, and he said, it will be awesome to meet you, Mr. Doug, next year when he's down. He's already saving money for the trip to come from all the way over on the other side of the
I'll be glad to meet
Canada.
you. If I'm here, I'll be tickled to death. I hope I am.
And then we got Scrapyard from over in Georgia. He's going to be making a trip over to hang out with you pretty soon.
Okay.
We're bringing all kinds of people to visit you.
One thing that I would ask you while we're here, the biggest thing I would like is the reason I do this is talk to people.
Yep.
We've got a tax. If they've got some money, they can invest on this. It will not cost them a thing. I mean, see, we're tax. The Gold Foundation is a tax-free. Any donations that goes towards helping preserve this and keep, the number one thing that we want to buy before it gets gone, because it will get gone, is that stamp mill. That stamp mill is really important to putting that stamp mill back out there.
And if you want to make a donation right now, they have pre-orders on their Facebook page for North Carolina 20th annual Gold Fest t-shirts and little grab bags. So you can make a donation and get a cool t-shirt or a little grab bag.
That's what it's all about. And I've spent most of my whole life.
And if you're in Canada, you got to pay shipping.
Preserving it.
If you're in the States, you got to pay shipping too. But especially them Canadians. Costs so much money to ship to Canada.
Those damn Canadians.
Yeah.
Damn them.
Them Canadians.
Damn them all. Damn them all to hell.
We love our Canadian friends.
Oh yeah. We have a bunch of them come here. From every state and Canada and overseas. We have people come here all the time from everywhere.
We're working on getting it to where we got people coming up from Brazil for you.
California, got a lot of friends out in California. You ever watch Dave Turn and
Yeah, I know Dave. Yeah.
His company reached out to me
Yeah.
because they wanted a crusty old Geo who's done both placer and hard rock.
Yeah.
And I kind of kicked it around. I talked to a few friends and they're like, Jim, man, your professional reputation would be destroyed after those editors because they're all about the drama, people making mistakes and stuff like that. And so I declined politely.
So got people.
He's been here and he helped one of my friends right down here rebuild his sluice box.
Oh yeah.
He's doing he's here this morning.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Doug, we got guys asking about our hats. They want to get one of these hats. Well, how do they get one of these hats?
Join the club.
Join the club.
You join the club, you get one of these hats, and they might give you a t-shirt, a pan, a sucker bottle. If you ain't got nothing, we'll make sure you get ready to buy.
That's right.
Sucker bottle, a green pan, a sucker bottle. We'll be good to you if you'll join the club. Show you where the goal's at.
Club digs.
Club dig, you get to be on Club Dig. We just had one. I wasn't able to run it, but Jason and Dougie run it.
We had a good dinner afterwards on the weekend.
Yeah, up in the clubhouse. Have a good big potluck supper. Get sit around, talk about gold mining, have fun.
You get to explore 2 other properties as well that are only available if you got one of these hats.
Yep. You can only go on.
Yep.
Bracket Town. We've got about 50 something acres over Bracket Town. And then we've got Box Creek that you can come play on, do some dredging, high banking, whatever. We got a plant down there. We run a plant down there. We got a processing plant.
You've seen, we've been, oh, Joe, Gold Eagle's name is now Silver Eagle. But you've seen his lot.
Oh, yeah.
That 1800s padlock he found.
Yeah.
So we guarantee there's ground that people haven't dug since the 1800s.
That was real fine. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
If you put that on the film,
T-shirt.
I've been here forever, all my life.
yeah.
Travis, one of these hats will cost you $120.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you got to be here to get your picture taken and fill out a paper.
Oh,
That's a real treasure.
blacksmith shovel.
Yeah.
I found some of them. The pipe wore out.
Mhm.
No handle in them.
Oh, that's a treasure.
I found one that's like a shovel, and it was blacksmith made, and I can't figure out. They put holes, about a half-inch hole, in every part of that shovel.
I know why.
I figured that was to screen with.
So
With a shovel.
when we were up north
Found one of
digging,
them.
the clay doesn't stick to it.
To the hole.
When you're digging with so we use them for plumbing up north. That's how I discovered it. My uncle had one, drilled holes all over it. When you dig down in the clay falls right off your shovel. It doesn't stick to your shovel.
I didn't know.
And over there in Bracket Town, they got down into a lot of
there's
old blue clay.
No shortage of clay over there. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Plenty of clay over there. If yours want, yours is welcome. If you just want to walk a little ways, you can go to the number 2 shade. This trail goes right up beside it.
Yep.
If you stay this trail, you've been up through there, ain't you?
Yes.
That
Yeah, it's right around the
one
corner.
is over on the other side of the road.
Yeah, this one's just right around the corner if you want to go to number 2. All right, chat. Do you want us to go to number 2? If you want us to go to the number 2 shaft, we'll go walk over there. It's not that far, but we're definitely not making the 3-mile hike. It's warm down here today.
This trail right here, if you stay with it, you go all the way back and you come down Romtown Road, you hit the old railroad and come right back to the diner right there. It's about 3 miles, around 3 miles. If you're able to do it, it's a beautiful walk.
Yep.
Oh, we have hiking.
Well, and you find nice crystals up there too.
Huh?
The crystal clusters on the ground, just laying all over up there.
Yeah, there's a lot. Gemstones, you can find quartz. You can find all kinds of stuff around there.
Yep.
If you look.
You just got to look. They're right there on top.
Tim, when he's days off, or when he's evening, sometimes when it's getting long, he goes about every evening. He gets off at 5 o'clock. And he goes looking for crystals and
Metal detecting. And
metal detecting. He loves that. Oh, Tim's my buddy. He helps me a whole lot.
yeah, he's a right-hand man. Sometimes the left.
Yeah, he's a putting Honey 2000 on the cabin over there today is what I've got him paying him to do.
Thank you very much for sharing that knowledge. I will. I'll keep it with me.
All right, chat.
I'll definitely talk to guys I know. I can't, no promises.
Yeah, I know.
But
Sometimes you can hit some of these big
Miss Liz.
companies that's got money that they can help with this.
That's it.
And we've made a looking.
We're going to video number 2. So if you want to see it, check out the video. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. We're going to get a picture down here with Mr. Doug and Miss Liz. Thanks for watching.
I want to get a picture first.